Hi, my name is Cheryl. For those that are joining our channel for the first time and those that are returning, we're so glad that you did. Well, as promised, we are introducing you to our 2023 Winnebago Travato KL. KL just means that the interior runs mostly on lithium batteries, but we also can use the propane from time to time. The vehicle does take gas at the pump. We've watched this Travato for approximately 2 years and decided that we were going to go in and pull the trigger and purchase this vehicle. It is brand new. It only has 700 miles. Because we waited for a while, I think we got a better deal on the vehicle. At least it appears that we did. We didn't get it right away because they had some work that they had to do. They wanted to make sure all the batteries were in order and things like that because it had been sitting in their dealership for a couple of years. The first thing that we did was we joined a Travato Facebook page, and one of the things that we learned is that many people that have Travatos name their vehicles, and we would like our viewers to help us name this one. So if you have a really good name, please put it down in the comments section. We'll review them and possibly we'll choose the name that you gave us. So it was time for us to say goodbye to our reflection, and there it goes. They pulled out, they took our camper just in the nick of time because there was a big storm coming through, and if they wouldn't have come when they did, I think we would have been stuck with it for a couple more weeks. But there it goes. It was a tough goodbye, but it was time. We are so excited to have the versatility that this small camper van is going to give us because we plan on traveling throughout the entire United States, and we hope to take you along with us. So I hope with our travels you'll join us. And here's a good photo of it so you can see what it looks like.
Power fill, so if you want to fill up your freshwater holding tank, you match this diagram here, hook your garden hose into this port, turn it on, and it will fill up your freshwater tank. Once your fresh tank is full, before you kick the water pump on, you will want to change the valve to this diagram, which is water from your tank via pump. So now you're in that diagram, you can kick your water pump on. That switch needs to be on, as well as the switch on the inside of the unit.
Okay. So it's kind of a redundant backup switch for one for the other.
Yes, so both switches in the on position in order to have propane.
Okay.
If you flip either this one off or the earlier, you're not even saying. I was like, I hope they don't ask me that. I'm not sure. Both are done.
Great.
All the way out. I hit the track button once.
And that's got the wind sensor.
Yep, and I wouldn't fully trust or rely on that, but it's supposed to. Now, together through this one. So if you come across an outlet that's not working, come see if this is tripped.
Okay.
Hit your reset. As long as it resets,
You should be good to go then.
yep, you're good to go. Fire extinguisher right by the entrance door here. Highlight.
Oh, okay.
This is just a monitor. It tells you what kind of power you're working with. So, as you can see,
Powered.
everything should be. You're drawing 0 amps. Nothing's on. That's
Okay. Okay.
it. This control panel tells you the levels of your holding tank. So fresh water, empty. So your propane is at half. It's probably a little over.
Yeah, well, they only fill them to 80%. So
Yeah, I was gonna say we hit that 80%. Basically, there's giant heating pads stuck to the bottom of your holding tanks. If you're out and about and it starts, getting down to these temperatures, you could kick that on
So
to keep things from freezing up.
when you say holding tanks now, that's just your gray and black.
Yes.
Your freshwater tanks in the
Floor,
cabin.
right? Or the
right?
cab.
It is more so.
I mean, it doesn't have a heater on it, does it? Other than what kind of heat you've got in the
Right.
in the coach.
Whatever you have about it. I know that it can tell you its faults if it throws
Okay.
a code.
Okay.
Your screen timeout and date and time. That's personalization type of stuff. And then your main control screen, it's letting you know your inverter is bypassed because we're plugged into power.
Just your 12 volts for your ceiling lights and stuff like that. You got to have your voltage system on.
Yep, it's kind of an all-in-one package.
I think the older units you had, they were kind of separate, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yep.
Well,
That's why these are so new to us. They have everything just kind of wrapped up into one charging system, which
Right.
is nice, except for, I mean, it's not nice. Every time you're in the coach, using the coach, driving the coach, keep it up.
okay.
Because you'd want to put your air maybe on. Or,
Yep.
You know.
If you want to use anything back
Yeah.
in this half, that needs to be on. If you want your alternator to be charging your battery, that needs to be on. If you want the 30 amp plug-in to be charging, so
So
anytime.
you have to have it on for things to charge.
Yep. For anything to operate, work, charge.
Even the solar? Will the solar not charge if this isn't on?
The solar should.
Okay.
Solar should go straight through.
And I think the solar controller's back here in one of these cabinets.
Yep, that very rear.
Yeah. Okay.
That is going to be one of your main power.
Yeah, that'll be
Draws.
one that'll suck the power.
So
yeah, point out those valves again if you would.
your pop off.
Yep. That's for the water heater.
Yep, and that is in the open position. So before you fill it, you're going to want to
Okay.
make sure that's closed. But it's been winterized, so that's open. And
Right.
this valve here and this valve further up. And the heat up. So now, normally when you go to your sink, you turn the hot side on, and you're going to sit there and wait for the water to get hot.
Yep.
You're wasting all that
Wasting your
water.
limited water space.
Yep.
Yep.
So now instead you turn this valve to preheat for about 6 to 10 seconds. You're gonna hear the pump come on. It's gonna cycle through that lukewarm water and bring the hot water up to the spigot. Turn it back to normal after 6 seconds. Turn the hot
And then
side
you got
on.
your hot water, so you're not
That's
wasting
good.
the water.
That's
And it-
good.
Yep.
This is a lockable glove compartment like on the floor. And then we have a microwave. It is also a convection oven. And then there's the fridge, small, but it is deep when you open it. It's a pretty good size when you open it because it's deep. Some drawers. That's a pretty good sized drawer there, and then there's a littler one there. So now we're looking at the one burner induction stove. We had to get some special pans for that, but it's going to be nice. It's not hot to the touch. And then there's a little rack that you could put some salt and pepper shaker and spices, and then there's the faucet. The sink is pretty small, but it's a nice size faucet. I like the height. And then I'm trying to pull this thing up. It's harder because I have the phone in my other hand, but you can see you can plug in like a coffee pot or whatever you want. And it's nice because it goes down, and then you've got a flat surface again. So you can see the couch, the beds, or whatever you want to say. On the right-hand side, there are some seat belts for passengers that you can pull out. That table that I just showed you there, it is movable. You can move it up near the passenger's side of the van. So you've got two places that you can actually utilize it. It really does have some good storage. I'm pretty pleased with what they have for the above cabinets. Real easy to open and close, and yeah, it's a pretty good thing. And then The flooring is pretty good. You know, we do have some rugs. There are the cabinets. Pretty good size, really, all the way down, and then you've got 2 on the other side. So, I mean, it's a pretty good amount. And then this is the closet in the bathroom, so you can actually hang some things up, and there's some shelving if you don't want to do that. You can keep the shelving up. There is one really good sized drawer at the bottom. It doesn't show like it's big, but when you see it in person, it really is a good size. So that, you know, like I said, this is the bathroom, and this is where they have the closet. Fan up there. And then you can see there's like a little mat for if you want to take a shower. It is a wet bath. And then that little square behind the toilet, that is the sink that pulls down, and there is a faucet in there, good size faucet. It's pretty high, towel rack. And I didn't bring it down, but by that door there is some screens back there, so you can open that whole door up and allow the air to come in. And you can see the seats and the cabin right there, and right above the cabin there is some storage. It's real limited up there, but you could probably get some chairs in there, a couple folding chairs. That's where some of the rugs are. We don't have the rugs down in the camper van yet. Something that we have to work on, and we do plan on doing that. Nice size windows. The windows are really nice. Then the TV that does turn. There is a sound bar below, so you do have some nice sound on the TV. When you're looking at it, it turns. You can sit and watch it, or you can lay down in the beds and watch it, whichever way you want to go. So, and the space is pretty open because of the way the beds are designed. Now the beds do come together if you want them. This is another one of those towers where you can plug in some things. So really nice. You've got some options there. Oh, and these are really nifty. They open up their little trays. It's kind of like a side table. You can throw your phone or whatever you want to put up there. I think my husband's going to put a CPAP up there. So, some lights right above our heads. We each have one on each side of the camper van, and that's showing the tray when it's open. There are screens in the windows. I did not pop those down. Maybe in another video I'll do that. And we also plan on showing you how we, you know, organize it a little bit. So this is the outside of the van again. So we're just doing a walk around so you can just get an idea of what it looks like. So really, I mean, it's all been cleaned for us. I mean, we just picked it up. We haven't had it that long when I'm showing this video, so it's pretty clean. There was a issue with one of the back. There's something they have to replace in the back. They got it on order. It's not a big deal, but it's something that broke that they're going to replace. So, and then this is me driving the van. Wayne, my husband, was just videotaping me. I feel pretty comfortable driving the van. It's something I definitely can do. I could never drive the fifth wheel. It was way too big for us. 31 feet, there's no way I could drive that. And what's nice about this is because we live in North Dakota and there is flat land everywhere, we will be able to tow the boat behind this camper van when we go camping in North Dakota, because we do like to fish. Some of you may have already seen one of our fishing videos. So he's just showing me driving through. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, I think we were picking up a tire at Nissan dealership. We had to get a tire, and I just drove this van in so Wayne could follow me home. That's the only reason. And so this is us taking our first little trip. We went to Towner. It was like a 100-mile roundabout trip that we took, and we just took our time. We just wanted to see if the batteries were charging, because they're supposed to charge when you're driving. So it's supposed to self-sustain you when you're driving the van, and it turned out that everything worked out really well. I did make the beds. This is not the way the beds are going to look. I'm going to redo that. There's nothing in the van except for those beds were made. And I did that mainly because we have our dog with us, and I did not want our dog jumping on the cushions and getting them all dirty, because it is snowy and muddy out there. So, and just more pictures of the van. We took a lot of this already. And then there's our last picture. So the next time you see us out, I want to thank you for watching. And I hope that you will subscribe. And the next time that we meet, we will show you what we're putting in our camper van. See you later. Thank you for watching. Bye.